I've got 5 minutes to tell you everything you need to know about the Sonos Beam Gen 2. Let's get a clock up on the screen. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So here we have the Sonos Beam Gen 2 wireless soundbar, and it's priced at $449 RRP. It's available in a colour choice of black or white. Now, as you'll have guessed by the name, it's in its second generation, making a number of improvements to the Gen 1, such as the addition of Dolby Atmos, an improved processor, and an upgraded design. It's the little brother to the Sonos Arc, and it's Sonos' compact soundbar option, meaning it's perfect for small to medium-sized rooms and TV screens around 55 inches or less, while still giving you an immersive cinematic experience. As part of the Sonos ecosystem, it can be grouped with other Sonos speakers, and you also have the option of adding a sub and/or surrounds for a full 5.1.2 Atmos system. Taking a closer look at design, it comes in a total width of 651mm, so you should be able to fit this on most TV stands. It's got a new and improved polycarbonate grille, an upgrade from the Gen 1's cloth fabric, so it's harder wearing and more resistant to dust. On the top, you've got your handy touch controls consisting of play, pause, skip track, previous track, volume controls, and a little microphone privacy button for disabling the microphones. Overall, the Beam stays true to Sonos' minimalistic, modern aesthetic, and the slim depth of 69mm keeps it nice and discreet under your TV. Inside, you've got a total of 5 Class D amplifiers, which are powering 4 full-range woofers for mid-range and bass, and a tweeter to handle the higher frequencies and most of the vocals. You've also got 3 passive radiators, which improves the bass beyond its form factor. And what I particularly like about how the Beam has been designed is that the end 2 speakers are angled outwardly for extra width, so the sound is bounced off the wall and back to your ears. There's no upward firing drivers, so a big difference between this and the Sonos Arc is that the Dolby Atmos is simulated in the Beam, whereas it's fully uncompressed in the Sonos Arc. Having said that, the Beam uses clever psychoacoustic processing to give the impression that sound is coming from above you, and although we had our reservations, this does work surprisingly well. I'll have to put a pin in that though and quickly cover connections. So if we turn the unit around, you'll notice we've got a power cove, a Wi-Fi joining button, an Ethernet port for an optional wired connection to your router, and an HDMI eARC port, which is what you'll use to connect to your TV. Now, a big top tip is that an eARC connection is the only way to guarantee Dolby Atmos. If you're connecting over a standard HDMI ARC, you'll need to check on your TV spec, as it does depend on the model, and if it's optical, it's definitely a no-go for Atmos. You can also listen to music through the Beam Gen 2, so you can do this through the Sonos app, Apple AirPlay 2, or Spotify Connect, so you can connect to the Beam with your phone and then stream anything you want. The only thing it's missing, guys, is Google Chromecast, so do bear that in mind if you are an Android user. On to the fun part then, how it sounds. Now, while the Beam Gen 2 is still great for non-Atmos content, it really comes alive with Atmos. Sound effects are bounced around the room using that acoustic processing I mentioned earlier, and although it's got no upward firing drivers, it can still throw the sound above the TV. One of the best features about the soundbar is its vocal reproduction as well. Vocals are crystal clear and sharp. You'll really struggle to miss a word, especially with its speech enhancement feature set to on. And I think part of that is that the dialogue has been worked on by Oscar-winning engineers and sound mixers. I've also got to mention the bass, and I would say it is surprisingly deep for a soundbar of this size. Some people don't like boom and others do, but either way, you can adjust the bass in the Sonos app, and either way, it is there if you need it. Check out our in-depth review if you want to hear the Beam in action with Atmos content and non-Atmos content. Right, I've got to move on, otherwise I'm not going to make that 5 minutes. On to some extra features then. First up, it's TruePlay tuning, a Sonos exclusive technology that uses the mics in your Apple device to acoustically optimize the soundbar for the environment that it's in. It will use your seating position and test tones to check where the walls and furniture are in your room and optimize itself. Great to have. Next up, the setup. As the Beam uses NFC, all you'll need to do to get it set up is tap your phone on the Beam's NFC area, and it's a couple of minutes from there on the Sonos app. Always been a fan of the Sonos setup process, but this makes it even easier. I've touched on it already, but speech enhancement and night mode are great features to have to improve the volume of the vocals if you're watching vocal-heavy content, and night mode, great for listening late at night so you don't wake everyone up in your home. So wrapping this up then, 3 things we love about the Beam Gen 2. First up, it's Dolby Atmos inclusion. That really takes immersion up a level. The vocals, you've really got to hear them to believe them, and you can easily extend to a full wireless surround sound system with other Sonos components. 3 things we don't love about the Beam Gen 2 is that TruePlay can only be done with an Apple device. There's no Bluetooth, which is going to upset some people, and it's simulated Atmos, not uncompressed. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's just have a quick check on the timer. Oh, beautiful. We've got a few seconds left. Perfect. As always, get in touch with us if you have any questions, or drop us a comment down below, and tap here to check out our full review, or here if you want to see some more Sonos reviews from us. That's all from me today. I'll catch you on the next one.